Hey guys, get this stupid cord out of this camera. Wasting all my time with that stupid cord. Listen to Excision Shalabama, or however you pronounce that. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, don't correct me. Just call me an idiot. How was that sound? I actually brought it before Miss Kellen Dorsey, and I'm gonna mail it to her, and she can listen to it because she needs new dubstep. Because the stuff she has is like shot. Anyways, I'm basically just finishing up this EP. Let me tell you a bit about the EP. It's like 6 or 7 songs. It has some songs that you guys have heard, including Silkworms, the old version. This song, I put that in a few videos. This thing. A bunch of songs, okay? And I'm basically just working at the final mixing, which involves me fine-tuning everything. Sorry, overloading my speakers. Not my speakers, the cam. Basically, see that? Hear this? Well, actually, look at this. That's all that matters in dubstep. All this stuff right here, I'm gonna solo these tracks out, and these are just my wobble effects. See how there's no pressure on that sub, but as soon as you select the sub bass, these are my wobbles. And there's so many different ones. See how there's like a bunch of them? These are all just wobble effects, all with the Albino 3 plugin. I've been using the Albino 3 for this EP. I know a lot of people use Massive, and Massive is more like dirty and kind of filthy and stuff like that. Like you get more of those. They just sound really cool tones and stuff. The Albino is more grimy. It sounds more like... It just sounds a lot more grimy than filthy. I know this sounds so stupid, me using those terms, but I don't know how else to say it. It's a lot more high-end in a way. It's a lot more, I want to say piercing. When Massive, it sounds a lot more like, it sounds more, I don't know how, they both sound freaking good. Massive sound, let me show you an example. So, Woo Boost by Rusko sounds a lot like the Albino 3. I don't know if he uses the Albino 3, but it sure does sound like it. What the hell is it? Alright, that sounds like the Albino 3, which is not the, I don't know, I like that sound. I basically used not Woo Boost sound, but just, I'm getting caught up with myself. But when you listen to like that sick, like this stuff, I'm pretty sure these are Massive songs. Now the reason I use Albino 3 for the whole EP is just because like this is my first real dubstep released, other than a few remixes where I've used some dubstep breaks. But I wanted just to get just the initial sound out there, and then after this releases, I'll probably start venturing around with Massive more, which is a VST. Just so the sound changes. I'll be working with something totally different. I've been working the same synth this entire EP, which isn't bad because I've been tweaking it a lot. It's not the same patch the whole entire EP, obviously, because that would be dumb. But yeah, let me open up a new song project real quick, and I'll show you some examples of what I've been doing with Multa L. I've also been using Multa L, which I used in I'm Shot. Not I'm Shot. I want to call this EP I'm Shot, but I'm not sure yet. I used Multa L, my friend Luke Huff, in the spots and video and like Operation Disco Synth and whatnot. But he also did all the stupid like voices, a lot of the voices in Shaka Bra. But yeah, I'm using him again. Not like it's like a wide variety. I'm pretty sure if I had a chance, I'd bring him along with every live show I do, and have him act like an idiot, which I'm trying to get up to speed with. And there's like a bug on here. Flew away. I don't know if you guys can see that. But basically, I'm using him again to do some voices here and there, just because it would sound lame if it was all me. I've done some voices on this, but it's not, just listen. Alright, this.
It was a problem that was developed many years ago.
This sound clip is actually original. Luke actually did that.
Give it up for that American shit.
I've noticed in a few premixes of this song, that effect peaks every time. So I'm trying to do is just kind of limit it to high. Now that sounds very weak. Doesn't sound as dominant. So now that it'll lower the gain in the compressor, it won't compress it as hard and hopefully it won't peak as bad.
Give it up for that American shit.
Now Logic 9 has something called, they already had the crossfading tool, but it has a special feature about it. I'm going to be using both hands for the camera. So I'll select to my main. There. Now what this does is what it's supposed to do is just fade it in. So it sounds like this, which gives a little bit of fade. But it already has a fade. But Logic 9 added a feature called Flex Time, which has more than just to do with just flexing the song around. Like, see here it says fade in. You can change it to speed up now, and it will sound like this. Which I think has a really cool sound to it. I used to use it a lot back in the day. Not back in the day. Before I had 9, I would do that sound a lot, but I'd actually use my turntables to actually speed it up, and I would have to like take what I wanted, put it in my turntable, plug my turntable in my computer, and then actually record it over what I wanted. And now I can just do it so simple in Logic 9. So I've actually used a lot of speed ups, slow downs in this EP. I'm hoping it's not overdone, but yeah, like you can tell, like these are all sped up because the orange, or have a sped up effect, and it has a really cool like. I just like the way it sounds. I think it's a good sound. I think it gives it really. It sounds creative when Logic 9 makes it so easy to do now, which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time it's so easy for people like me who are doing that before and take days. Now you have to use something called 808, which is basically the subtone of what a bass, the subtone of like what a sub bass should do, but it's just a giant boom. You kids who like metal would also probably recognize these from when you go see a band live and it breaks down. Right when it breaks down, you hear boom on the subs, and that's just an 808, and it's just a solid. The 808 is actually a drum kit by Roland that was used by rap producers back in the day. Not back in the day, like Snoop Dogg made it really popular. And 808 has a. I'll show you the tone in a second. The 808 is the name of the drum kit, and they basically added a toned kick for, like, you have your kick drum, and then you have a whole octave of just like boom, 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 and you can basically, that's how your rap songs are kind of. I'll show you an example after I do this, but here's what the 808 sounds like. I actually made that one myself way back in the day when I first started doing metal, and I called it a 408 because I didn't really know what it was called, and I knew it was something 08, and I didn't know it was the best one I've ever made, so I was just going to call it a 408 for like, this is like half the 808 you should be having, but then I actually still use it, so it sounds like this when that part comes.
Give it up, that American shit.
I I wanted to say something about America too, just because I feel like the American scene is growing, obviously, but I feel like it should be pushed. Like I know, like if you guys don't know about UFK, there's a YouTube channel called UFK, and it stands for United Effing Kingdom, and they play drum and bass. They have a drum and bass channel, a dubstep channel, and some other channel. Basically, they will not play your tracks unless you're from the United Kingdom. So the United Kingdom is very, like, this is our sound, and I don't know, I feel like I want to be a part of the American scene and trying to push that sound a little bit, and that's where I was kind of thinking when I went with that. Alright, so I found, this is not the 808 kit, I'll show you that in a second, but this is basically Ultra Beat, which is a drum kit. You hear that? The tuned kick. So there's the actual kick, so let's make a little beat here. We'll make a 4-bar beat, so it loops. Wait, what does this loop to? We'll make a 2-bar beat. Basically, to make a rap song, you put like, start off with this, on the quarter notes. So boppin'. You got little accents in there too. Like, no, like, Jesus Christ. Here we go. So yeah, little cool things like that, and you put little claps on the halftime. So it goes like, my name is Dougie. You get your boom, boom, boom. Hold on, let me pause this and actually get the beat going, because I can't concentrate on talking to you guys and making this beat at the same time. I'll make sure what I mean when I make it. Just give me a second. Alright guys, here I'm ready to show you what I meant by tuned kicks. Basically, here's our, without the tuned kicks, which is all this 808 stuff. You have your little beat, right? And I made a kick pattern, and then I basically made the kick pattern into notes with all this stuff. That's when you get that